So now books, cassettes, videos, recordings, awards, visiting card folders and stuff, pen holders. Then we have collectibles which we receive from people from all across the world and stuff. So what's important is to kind of sort them out and stuff. And of course, you have the basic, at least I find it little tough to find paper sometimes because I find either in the office or at home or at places of other people that you go and stuff, they're not very organized. Okay, so what happens is that on the top of it, everything looks really very clean and nice and stuff. And the moment you open a drawer, something or the other will fall off. How many houses have this? How many homes have this? I can raise my hand and say, yes, it happens in my house. And I'm going to open up a cupboard here and some stuff might follow. So, no shame in accepting it. But the point is, once you've taken note of that, you kind of get into a habit of being an organized person and maintaining your desk and cleanliness and stuff. So, papers. Paper is the most important category. Dealing with papers is the most consuming part of tidying workspace. Even when you have smartphones and tablets and the laptops, you still have paper material there. And the point is to decrease paper. And I raise the same concern when I went to McDonald's and I go to certain showrooms and stuff for a little thing like a burger or maybe one cold drink or whatever. They'll give you this long a bill, and I put it on Facebook as well. That is something known as paper management and stuff like that, because environment is a concern, climate is a concern, trees are a concern and stuff. And I think when I went back the next time, the manager did tell me that, ma'am, we've noted your point. You shared this on social media as well. And of course, our paper is recycled paper and stuff. So awareness around it is really very important. So now, what are the thumb rules for papers? The thumb rules for discarding papers is to discard everything. So you're going to have a question and you're going to ask, should we be discarding everything? So I'm saying discarding everything which is not useful to you, which is not relevant to you. Books included, pens included, visiting cards included and stuff. And you need to sort them out and also kind of assemble them and keep them in an organized fashion. So let's say you have documents related to your travel. So you have one folder assigned for that, or you have one space for that. You have probably planners and diaries, so you put those in one space. You have, let's say, books which you're very fond of reading and stuff. So you sort them in one particular column, like I have them on my left or my right and stuff. And let's say you have some recordings you want to maintain, you keep them in a different drawer altogether. You have visiting card folders, so you assemble them, probably put them in visiting card folders, or you put them in nice trays or visiting card boxes and storage containers and stuff, which are available in the shops and stuff. And of course, papers, most important: property papers, car papers, registration papers, house papers, travel papers, agreements, contracts, and stuff. You got to have a different record for those, because if you're not in the office or if you're looking for something, it's serious. You must be able to find it and stuff without wasting time. And I also see that when you have your checkbooks and you have your bank statements and stuff like that, compile them nicely in one particular. Probably a cupboard or a drawer, because if you want to look for them, if there's an emergency or something, shouldn't be difficult to find those. And remember to clean up your desk every now and then. And organized desk is an organized mind, and clean it, put up pictures, joyful pictures, great memories. And what else did I write here? Creative spaces help. You think better lighting, nothing which kind of brings out bad memories of yours. If you had a breakup, remove those pictures. If you lost a parent, put pictures which are only joy and good memories and stuff. If there is something which you're fond of, which you picked up and you've traveled, you love it, put it on your desk. And like I shared yesterday, that most of the time people just go and say, want to buy, we want to do shopping, हमें table चाहिए, हमें chair चाहिए, we want a table, we want a chair. So they just pick up whatever without putting any thought in it and stuff. So what's advisable is, look at something and buy something which is going to work for you in the long run and stuff, and you're going to love looking at it, and it brings out the positivity in you and stuff. So these days, trends and concepts are changing. There are modulars furniture everywhere. There's vintage furniture, there's French, there's Gulmohar, work, there is English work, there's European work, there is like teak wood, there is wicker and stuff. So whatever is your favorite, and you have your themes and stuff. So you could put up, let's say you like cars, you can have a theme like that. If you like chimpanzees or orangutans, you can have something around that. If you like pizzas, you can have something like that. But the point is to kind of put in your brains and think about it creatively and all that. And when you have documents to go out, or bills and stuff, you can have, like, you get those trays which have segmentations and stuff. So something which has to leave in the morning is placed on the top, something which comes back is placed at the bottom, and something which is not so important is at the last compartment of your tray and stuff. So all this helps. So I would suggest and recommend you start getting into cleaning more. And with the onset of Diwali and the festival season, which is going to happen very soon, it's always a good idea to clean up and have new celebrations and good energies and stuff happening here. So I'm not saying have a party. Well, by if you want to have a party, but at least clean up your room and stuff like that. And make sure the desk is nice and clean. It's smelling nice. You got nice plants there. You got nice pictures there. You got nice frames there. You got nice pen holders there. And some people don't want to do away with old stuff. I'm one of those because I have stuff here which is gifted from someone. So I think it's rude to kind of give it away. So I've got some stuff, even if I don't need it on my table. But then, yes, rest of the stuff is something which I personally clean sometimes. And as I do that, I kind of understand what's important for me and what's not important for me. And of course, then I have travel related stuff on my right. So whenever I look at those, it also reminds me of my accomplishments. It reminds me of the work I still have to do. It reminds me of the strategies. It reminds me of what next and stuff. So there is this calendar that I have here. This is the events of the US American Center, which I get every month here. So I put this on my desk so I know where I have to go. So you have to kind of take care of stuff. And of course, the more positive your desk is, the more positive your thinking is going to be. So love and luck and take stop emphasizing and focusing so much on only mental health and negative issues like bullying and name calling and stuff like that. If you have a clean desk, if you have a clean place where you work from, and you've surrounded yourself with books and stuff which is not going to make you think only about those issues, and you have better expansive stuff to think about. Like, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at cutlery here, and my brain is already in one of the malls where I want to go, and I want to look around and soak up and have some fun and stuff like that. So if you want to kind of get innovative, you want to feel good and trendy, you want to feel fresh and stuff, put stuff around you which gives you positive energy and makes you look at better stuff. This is a desk where you start your day. This is a desk where you end your day. So try and leave your desk on a positive note, because when you come back tomorrow, the energy is going to be around here. And before you leave, do advise your cleaners or clean yourself or your desk clearly. And a simple tip is that you get hold of some incense sticks, or you have room fresheners and stuff like that, or you have some amazing stuff. So amazing, right? So it just opens up your brain and you can think, okay. So love and luck and take care. I'm on jkapani@gmail.com and justinKapani.im@gmail.com. एंड हिंदी में और कितना मेंटल हेल्थ और इमोशनल हेल्थ के बारे में ऑनलाइन पे शेयर होएगा. In English, how much are you going to share about emotional and mental health? Aren't you people tired of it? कितना बंदा सोचेगा, नहीं भी सोचना चाहेगा तो भी सोचेगा. If a person doesn't want to think about mental health or issues and stuff, you're going to force people to think about it. Is that really your prerogative, or is that really something which you've grown up on? You think the whole world wants to talk only about anxiety, the whole world wants to talk about negative emotions and stuff like that. Compassion and empathy is great and stuff. So, what the point is, stop rubbing it onto people if they don't even want to think about anxiety, they don't want to think about negativity, they don't want to think about mental health. Why the hell are you making lives of people so very heavy and so very serious through your thought shares and stuff? I'm sure one of the global leaders on my social media page, and I'm talking about this. So I don't think conscious people got to be reminded about what's going wrong in there. Empathy is fine, compassion is good, but the point is that I think people would rather hear success stories and what's happening rather than reminding them about what they might be feeling. I mean, I open up a articles on my page, and I'm told about anxiety and stuff. If it's happening in other countries as well because of the war or inflation or whatever, make it a point to kind of get a global communication expert on board and stuff, because you're reminding people about stuff they don't want to remember. I mean, if I have had a great day, I come back and I'm looking at something which is about anxiety and it's about mental health and stuff like that. You think I'm going to feel good? I'm going to say, hey, you know what? The people who are sending it partly are also responsible for this, So this is where I'm coming from. So no offense meant. I think constructive feedback and thought shares and mind shares are for this. So this is what Facebook and social media is all about. I mean, I generally don't mean any harm when I leave my comments on your walls and stuff, but all I'm saying is that probably people who are promoting and highlighting so much of this, they need to look at the fact that a country wants to know more on progression, more on concrete work, more on development, more on economics, more on offers, discounts, and stuff. They don't want to be told what they are feeling. And if I'm feeling great, if I've had a great day, I go back and I on my desk see this, and I say, hey, you know what? Anxiety is prevailing. I'm going to say, but you know what? You're responsible partly for that as well. So think about it. So this is all that I wanted to share. And papers, documents, and everything which remind you about losses and stuff like that. Also, do away with those. Try and start your day on a fresh note and stuff. Look at the balance sheet, the positivity, look at the good stuff happening around, look at the opportunities around you and stuff, and look at the stuff that you can contribute and make a positive impact on as well. So, love and luck and take care. And politics and emotional health and mental health are two different subjects. I don't get it. Why do people have to muddle it up and mix it up? It may be an agenda for certain countries and stuff like that. But when it's about economics and progression, and it's about the market and stuff like that, it's about the country and everything, then it's got to be a different campaign altogether. And when it is about emotional health, when it is about emotional, mental, physical, or whatever, when it is about serious concerns like infrastructure around that, I professionally and personally feel it's a separate topic altogether. So mixing those two does not look like a neutral approach to me and stuff. And there's so many readers like me who would like to read on the development happening. EVs are happening, fashion is happening, and stores are opening up, and new music is coming in, new restaurants are happening, and new petrol pumps have opened up, a new building is coming. Of course, yes, we can look at discounts and dental care and all that. I went to a doctor today, and yes, the doctor does give me a discount and stuff, but it's not everybody's story. So love and take care and have fun and have a blast and enjoy yourself, and all the very best for the new week ahead. Okay, so love and luck. Take care. Bye bye.